Hi Aries, I'm here with the October reading for you guys. I would like to channel what Spirit has in the cards for our lovely Rams this week, this month. Um, let's see what's in the cards for October 2017 for Aries. I'm reading for both genders. This is a general reading, so it might not apply to you specifically. You also have to look at your rising and moon signs to get more insight. The Fool just jumped out. The Fool means new beginnings, jumping into unknown waters. So there might be something out there for you guys. Another message, the Chariot. So it might be some travel to a place that you've never been before. Maybe it could be a change of residence. Maybe you bought your own place. It's just a new endeavor that comes with like really new territory. So it's something unknown, but it's also at the same time with this combination, two major arcana and the Chariot, now the Hermit. It just literally stopped me before I was going to channel a message in for you guys. I was going to say the Fool and the Chariot. It's new waters, new territory, but you guys are just jumping freely without any hesitation. But then the Hermit jumped out saying, actually, there might be some concerns involved. So what I get of this trio of cards is that you might have been very impetuous jumping into this situation, and now you're double thinking it. Well, I want you to know that this is a good scenario for you. This transition, whatever is happening, this is going to be a really good thing. Don't get in your head. So it's good to be meditative sometimes and actually look at our situations, to do have a backup plan, or not only a backup plan, but to actually think and know exactly what we're supposed to do, or to have premeditated action so that we can actually be more responsive in a moment of doubt, or in a moment of uncertainty. But I would have to say this is a really great scenario for you guys. I have the Five of Cups. It seems to me like a lot of you have gone through a loss right now, a deep heartache, or maybe just a big illness. Maybe you guys have been sick for weeks. Maybe you guys lost a loved one, or maybe you guys are going through a breakup. So maybe this new scenario comes in right after that. Maybe you guys have been going through a really tough time and you're like, you know what, I just need to take vacation. I just need to go away. Maybe this means, let's say, people are going to judge you. Someone in your life passed, or you just got broken up from your partner, and you're just deciding to go to the other side of the country and just have fun. So this card comes in saying, what are people going to think? What is my family going to think if I do this? What are my bosses going to say if I actually just go and do this? So don't let other people rule your life. You just went through all of this. You need to cleanse. You need to cleanse, replenish, and actually press play again. So let me just do the general layout. These were just very quick messages. Let's see the theme of the month for you guys. Aries, October 2017. So we have a lot of beautiful cards. Okay, let's see the general. So I have the Six of Swords with the Magician. What does that really mean? The Magician always means that we have the power, the tools, and the knowledge to actually do what we want to do. The Six of Swords means that you might be walking away from something. It might not be definitely, but you are walking away from a situation that you can't just concentrate on right now. So what the Magician is telling you is just go for it. Don't hesitate. Move forward. Even if you're coming back to it, revisiting later, just do this right now. You actually really need it. I also see here that there might have been like maybe some misunderstanding related to like paperwork, or handling, I don't know, I just, something came in like with a visa, or like not immigration necessarily, but I feel like it's something like from crossing the border. Maybe you were going somewhere, you were expecting someone to get here in time, and it actually didn't happen, and I feel like it has something to do with certain documents that weren't aligned. But I do have to say that things will turn out the way they're supposed to. The world is coming in, as well as the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, which means a lot of fortune. So it just means that this money, this fortune, this financial stability, this progress comes in through a lot of work. So you already went through all the stages of the Pentacles, the Ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, all the way to get to the 10. And the world just shows me that everything's going to turn out. So you might have to have put in your little sweat, but all the situation is going to clear away. I also see the Death card, which is kind of like resounding to me in a very good manner. I see the Page of Swords, and in this situation I feel like it was something or someone, or just a specific situation where there was a lot of gossip, jealousy, and just like a lot of misunderstandings, and someone stirring the pot. So I feel like that's actually washing away from your life in this October 2017. I also see that there was a relationship. Maybe it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it might have been. It's something that comes to an end, or it's just a relationship significant in your life that has left a void or a loss in your family, in your specific home. So this will also clear up. I feel like there is a woman in this environment, and I don't think it's specifically you if you're a woman, Aries. Or if you're a male, I don't think this is your significant other. It's just someone in your family circle that is a woman that is wealthy, a woman that is well established financially, professionally, and even in their home, in their nucleus, they're very appreciated by everyone around them. I do feel like it's a person that's kind of lonely when it comes to relationships, or when it comes to love. It's a person that during their time or during their life hasn't really had the dedication to focus on relationships and things like that, and now they're feeling kind of like, well, I'm so well established, I have so much to do, and I'm so well off, but I really don't have someone to share this with. I don't really know who this is. The letter M comes in. It might be Marion, Maria, something like that, but that's just what I'm getting right now. I also see this woman, and I believe it's the same woman, and I just feel like it's someone really strong. It has a really strong presence in your life, Aries. I see the four of Cups. This person is being really meditative. Actually, I feel like they want to go on a new endeavor. It seems like it's something, it might be something like a new business or something like that, but they're starting to feel like they have all this wealth or all this stability, but they really don't have like a partnership, a loved one, a family. And I'm starting to feel like they feel like this will be so successful, but I see the 2 fours here, the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Swords. So what I see here is like, will I be satisfied with this? It will come out to perfection, it will, but will I be happy with that? Or will that be sacrificing the man or the person that I want in my life right now? So this might even be you right now, Aries. So remember, you have all the tools, you have all that it needs, and you don't need to sacrifice anything in order to get what you want. You're really successful. The only thing is that sometimes people in general just block a certain sector of their life that stops them from developing in that area. So they just go completely 100% into their monetary aspect or into their love life and sacrifice their professional life. So that really doesn't have to be the case. Remember that we're yin and yang, and we have to balance everything. So I feel like this October is all about balance for you, Aries. So you need to balance your emotions, you need to balance your professional image, you need to balance your public image. So if you really need that vacation, if you really need to get away, if something broke your heart but you feel like social pressure is going to get in the way, just wash that off. Sage yourself. Sage yourself and just think that it'll be okay. You come first. This is your journey. I see here a man. I feel like it's a person, a loved one. It gives me more of a male energy in your life, but it could be a woman with a very strong character, the one that wears the pants and all that. So it could be that type of woman or that type of male, and I feel like this might be your partner, and I feel like they're closing their eyes, or they're just like not in agreement with what you're doing or with what you're thinking of doing, and they're not exactly telling you, you know what, I don't agree with you, but just their dismissive behavior is giving you that sense. But it's also coming off as insincere at the moment, so you're feeling like you're not being supported by the person that's supposed to be supporting you right now. I also see here that the paperwork, the legal issue, the document, it might be a contract, it might be you're up for review, you're supposed to get a raise. I don't think that might happen just yet. I would give it at least another 4 months. I don't think whatever you were expecting regarding to paperwork and documents will actually happen. What I mentioned before, you have all the tools, you have all you need, you're thinking the right thing. You really need to get away at least for a couple of days, at least 6 days, 4 days, whatever it is, you need to go away. The number 6 is resonating with me, so I don't know what that exactly means with you, but I see this woman that I was mentioning before at the beginning of the spread. I see this woman that has I feel like it's someone that has been stuck at a different place, like physically stuck, like they can't come back home or something like that. So they're actually coming back soon. I would say they're coming back within the next 10-12 days. I also see here a lot of questions and a lot of unfulfillment when it comes to financial stuff. Like, you are financially sound, but you're not fulfilled by that. Like, there is something else missing in this mix, and that is actually how you're feeling right now. I also see this big heartbreak in your family circle. It's like it left a void. It's a death. It could be a physical death, but it also could be like a metaphoric death. Something happened, something just completely changed, and it shook the core of your family, but this too shall pass. I also see here you're getting to know a person that you haven't seen in a long time, and by me saying you're getting to know them is because we stop seeing people, and then we see them again and they're completely changed. So this is a person that might have been a part of your life before, and now they're back, and I see this more as a friendship. And I also want to point out that this person might be younger than you, but it's like a person that you always looked up, they always looked up to you, and you always looked to as in protecting them, or as a big brother or big sister, and now you see them and they're like, wow, it turned into this big shot, not only in any way, but they're so confident. They have financial wealth, they're doing really good, but they also they have scars. So you're going to be learning about that. They need to focus more on the positive side, because they've become really strong, but that strength comes from heartache, and you're going to be hearing about these stories. Let's see the closing. The closing is beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. The Chariot covers you. So definitely, Aries, my little rams are going to be going on a little trip. So definitely, if you're not even thinking about going away, that is something that you should be thinking about, because you've been going through a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. And I feel like the pressure is coming from family, but also from work. It's too much juggling these two things. It's too high pressure in both environments. You have the money. You have the money that you need to go on this trip. You've been good to others. You've been giving back. You shouldn't be guilty about it. You shouldn't feel remorseful. The only thing is that the choice is in your hands. You have to decide if you want to do this. And for me, it's a trip. It could also be moving away from the job that you have into a new job, which if that were the case, is going to be really successful. I do advise you to wait at least 7 to 9 weeks in order to like jump the gun. But whatever's coming is coming in very, very beautiful. Like I mentioned before, things don't come to you exactly easily. Like you haven't like won the lottery or anything like that. You've put in the work. You're a really hard worker, but that actually shows. There's people that have been hard working their entire lives and it really doesn't show. Like you work hard, but you see results. So this is a very, very beautiful spread. Also, you've given enough. This is what this is saying. You always give back. You're generous with your family, with your friends. And it's time to actually put a pause on that giving aspect. And I'm not asking you to be selfish. I'm just asking you to actually give yourself right now. You need to lock the gate for a little bit, just for a couple hours. In a couple hours, I mean maybe a couple of weeks in this sense. But you need to lock the gate and actually give yourself a little more. Decisions, whatever you pick, you're going to have a good outcome, but it depends on you. You really need to think this through because the satisfaction will come almost immediately, but there's one of the two that will actually give you long-term results. Forget about all this pressure that you had on your back. You need to let that go and remember that the Chariot is here to push you through. Thanks very much, Aries. I hope this resonated with any of you guys. Please comment, share, subscribe. Let me know if you want more insight in anything else. Namaste.